Hey, Planeswalkers, hope you're doing well and staying safe. Appreciate you tuning in. Today is one of my favorite days. We have a tier list day, closing things out here with a historic tier list for both best of one and best of three. So yours truly here, Mythras, your host here on the channel. Flip me a like, smash the subscribe because we got a lot going on. And in particular with Kamigawa here, so stay tuned because there's more to come. So appreciate that support as always. If you got a question, if you got a comment, let me know down below. Love to hear from you and hear your feedback as well. And you can find in the description today's timestamps where I will break down a tier list. We'll give you the tier list certainly down there too. You can find the list. And last but not least, a little bit of a retrospective and sound bites. So with that, thank you again. As always, feel free to hop on the Discord server. That information's there as well. So historic best of one, that's going to be our first piece here today. But before we get there, what is a tier list? In particular here, we are looking at Untapped. It is going to be a stack ranking. In this case, a hard cutoff via the win rate, which is very, very important to understand. And then equally so, we have the cuts here from January 27th, which are the changes from the bans. Additionally, any Alchemy rebalancing and those kinds of things. That's going to be very important as we assess this today. So best of one, what do we have going on? So this is the aggregate view. We are going to drill into Mythic, and then we're going to take a step back and take a look at that. Again, the biggest pieces are, this gives us a showing of more popular decks that you might run into there. And then equally so, the more competitive scene, which is very, very important always. So first off, mono red aggro, absolutely killing it at 61%. Very, very fast matches. Then we get to 5-color Niv, a very popular deck, has been for a while, but a huge swing there with about 8% difference. So let's see what we got when we go to a more competitive scene. Now things kind of shake up a little bit more. We still have mono red aggro, but it's at 58%. We got Rakdos Goblins in there, Selesnya Company, Azor's Control, mono green Elves, Rakdos Arcanist, Selesnya Death and Taxes, Gruul Aggro, Azorus Auras, Esper Reanimator, Selesnya Enchantress, Izzet Phoenix, Golgari Food, Simic Merfolk, 5-color Niv. So those are all very important things to understand here. Again, this is best of one. We don't see the Reanimator stuff in there as much, which is actually pretty interesting, but something important. I take it back. Esper Reanimator right there. Important to note. And we don't see the Dragons deck as well. So those things are all very, very important for us to take a peek at. And then when we break this down in terms of what I would call mainly kind of your tier one, it's probably going to be these top four here: mono red aggro, Rakdos Goblins, Selesnya, Azor's Control, potentially green Elves. But then we begin to get in this Rakdos Arcanist, Selesnya Death and Taxes, Gruul Aggro, Azor's Auras, Esper Reanimator really is tier 2, and then everything else as tier 3 there. So I'll make sure that list is down below for you, and then potentially on my website as well. So that is historic best of one. Next, you also came here because you do want to see best of 3. Here again, information's a little bit low, but we'll do the same thing. Mythic, lots of people playing best of 3 historic, which is great, and that tends to be very, very competitive. Now, again, given the MIQ or Mythic Invitational, this is probably a big reason why. Big piece here, Izzet Phoenix. Absolutely doing very, very well at 67%. Golgari Food at number 2. Azor's Control there at 59. And then Rakdos Arcanist, they're at 58. So this is certainly going to be your tier 1. These two kind of your tier 2. And then tier 3, potentially there at Arcanist. But let's look at a little bit more of the competitive scene when we get to Platinum and see what evolves here. Now, Azor's Aura is doing really well. Izzet Phoenix doing very, very well still. Azor's Affinity popping in there. Mono Red Madness being a popular deck. Gruul Shamans. Simic Merfolk still in the play. Selesnya Squirrel Twin, one of my favorites. Not doing as well though. Rakdos Goblin, Golgari Food. Jeskai Creativity popping in there. Selesnya Humans. Jund Sacrifice. Selesnya Enchantress. Azor's Control. Rakdos Arcanist. 5-color Niv. Jund Midrange. Jeskai Lowest Field. Esper Affinity. And Jeskai Control. Oh, lots of stuff here, as you can see. So then if we blow that kind of list out a little bit more, we certainly know a lot of stuff being played in Mythic. But again, you could go 1, 2, probably 3, 4 there is tier 1. Kind of tied here for all these. You could really do a cut there. then move into tier 2, probably down to, I'd say maybe Jeskai Creativity, break that into more of a tier 4, post 5-color Niv, and then drop down below that to get to that space. And again, this is best of 3. Historic is very fast. We had some bans and we had some rebalancing when it comes to Alchemy cards, which certainly has made a difference. Definitely probably hurt Selesnya Squirrel Twin a little bit too, which was a very popular deck for both best of 1 and best of 3. Just not doing as well anymore given the meta, which has clearly shifted and changed. Another reason for why we wanted to do this tier list here for you today. So Planeswalkers. That is everything in terms of the tier list today in Historic. We did the stack ranking. We walked through what the archetypes look like in both best of 1 and best of 3. If you have a question, if you have a comment, feel free to let me know down below. Let me know what you think about the format here or feedback. Love to hear from you. On top of that, flip me a like, smash the subscribe, stay around for a while. Like I said, we got some more stuff coming here. So looking forward to Kamigawa, and stay in touch and in tune for all things here on the channel, my friends. So with that said, Planeswalkers, you stay safe, you take care. We'll see you again soon. Until next time, Mythras out.